the obituaries I read of Hugh Hefner in the past week. Hugh Hefner apparently was the pioneer of sexual liberation. He was the saviour of capitalism. He is, you know, he's a hero. He's an entrepreneur. You know, he liked to spice it up a little bit, but basically, you know, he was a role model for men and for businessmen, and basically he was a wonderful character. And I think Hugh Hefner was a pimp and a pornographer who did more to enslave women than he ever did to liberate anybody, and I think that he was a grubby old pervert. And I think the reason who got rich on exploiting women's bodies and reducing women to the sum of their body parts. And I think he is the reason that there's a man in the White House who felt it was okay to say, I grab women by the genitals and I get away with it. So I have no compunction about speaking ill of Hugh Hefner, frankly.
Baz, what do you make of that?
From a devil's advocate point of view, right? Yeah. If you went to 13-year-old Baz, and this is what I think is sad about Hugh Hefner. If you went to 13-year-old Baz and you rang him and you said, do you know what? I've got 20 blondes in bunny ears, living in a mansion. You can wear your pyjamas probably for the next 40 years. I'd just be like that. I'm proceeding on foot. I'd be gone. But because it's a childhood fantasy. And what I find sad about it is he never grew out of that. He died alone, surrounded by people. Do you know what I mean? He led a very sleazy kind of life, and he was married, and you wonder what would have happened if he had stayed together. Playboy the magazine, though, at the same time, which it's that old joke of...
Are you going to say that? Are you going to say it?
It's actually bloody good articles in it, you know, like also...
And a lot of the first wave of feminists, will they be the second wave technically, the 60s, 70s feminists, a lot of them wrote fast tracks in Playboy,
progressive stuff regarding gay rights, you know, the First Amendment stuff with religion, female contraception, birth control. Now, I don't know...
for his own ends. And I mean, you know...
I'm not saying his motivation was wrong, but I'm just saying, like, this was the handbook of the sexual revolution.
Oh, come on.
The handbook of the sexual revolution. You're talking 1953. Like I'm in a world now where I don't know. I'm not allowed to look at a woman and find them attractive. Am I? It's offensive, or it's like people are making. Just one second. People are making out men to have the self-control of your auntie's Springer Spaniel who's humping the couch. You know, and
so you think that you think all men are viewed as predators now?
A little bit. Like, I don't know when. Like
And if that's the case, you can thank Hugh Hefner for that, because he created the porn culture that exists today in mainstream society. It's based on the central idea that all women are available for sex at all times with any man who should ask them.